Last time on Just Create, we experimented with a new way of building, visited Foxy's new market town, and constructed a brand new fancy workshop in our main base area. Today, we return to Spawn. I think it's time we build another shop. But first, let's go do some investigating. Then we can make some plans. We've not been over there properly for a while. And I think a nice fun way to get there will be to take our train, the Copper Comet, which will be here in 3 minutes. That is not very nice, Mr. Sir. Away with you. But let's have a quick nap, and in the morning, we can catch a train. I seem to have an arrow in me. Right in the chest. Anyway, let's wait for this train, shall we? Alrighty, back at Spawn Mountain. And the body's still down here. Wonderful. And what is this? Beardy Power Co. Go... What? Someone's protesting my power? Unbelievable. After all I've done to provide power for the server, shocking behavior. Right, what's going on over here? That looks new. The Benedict Publishing Company. Ooh. Let's start there, shall we? Because I think all of these we've seen before. At the Dio map, we like that. Seen Chosen's Delights. These are new, though. What's this? Espresso. Get your XP fixed fast. Oh, okay. It's an XP shop. Ooh, what's this stuff? Super experience. The Orb Baron. The drop. Okay, this is cool. Right, so you can just buy experience from this guy. This is cool. And next up, we've got the Chosen Powder Co. Wait a minute. That sign looks like my sign. Yeah. See what you did there, Chosen? Well played. There are copyright lawsuit in that? Who knows? But anyway, what's he selling? Ooh, concrete powder. Okay, this is cool. We like. Get some color on the server, and that certainly seems to be the case over here. And there's another one. What's this? Black Market Forge. Forge responsibly. Or don't. What is going on here? Ooh, okay, a bookshop. Amazing. We can finally get some enchanted books. And where do we see what they are? Oh, bottom right. Feather Falling, Depth Strider, Respiration, Section 5. Oh, he's done the magic thing. And we can also buy Cake Slice of Enchanting. Yeah, I don't know how any of this stuff works, but it looks fun. Look at this little guy. Collect books. Oh, okay, so you order them from there and then you collect them from the bookshelf. Very cool. And he's got a little doormat as well. Live, laugh, leave. Very cool. I like the use of the train track there across the doorway. Very nice, Chosen. I like it. And I spotted this on the way past as well. What's this? Shush. Speakeasy. This way. Regulars only. This is Speakeasy. This way. Is it in here? Orb Baron. Got a sneaky little speakeasy down here. Is it upstairs? No, not up here. Where's the speakeasy? Are there going to be more clues? All right, Jeb, give it up. Where's the entrance? I assume it's something to do with Chosen's buildings. There doesn't seem to be a way down to any basements or anything, which is where I'd expect a speakeasy to be. He has a hole in the ceiling. Are there any more sneaky signs anywhere? Nothing around the back. This way. I mean, the arrow kind of says it's this way, I guess. And what's this? In your own words. Your story in the next issue. Write for the Cog and Quill and you'll get your story posted in our bi-weekly newspaper. Submit your work through this form. Ooh. QR code. So I think this is something that Eggs mentioned he might be doing. And he said when you see a QR code, make sure people scan it and submit their stories. So go ahead, folks. Do that, I guess. Your story in the next issue. Is that all related to this? Because this was a publishing thing, right? Yeah, look at this guy. Ah, so he's going to be selling papers, the Cog and Quill. So I do want to read that, but it's currently out of stock. Look at this building. This is cool. Oh, I like this, Eggs. Oh, there's a basement. Is there a speakeasy down here? No, but there is something. What is... Oh my. Oh my, the newspaper's got a secret. Somebody needs to write a story about this. Because they're not doors. You can't open these. They're just traps. Well, that's horrific. And what's going on upstairs? We've got offices. Okay, very cool. The conference room with some very cool signs. Oh, I like this. Power price, biddies, price rates, competition. What's all this? Chosen schedule. Eat, recording, stories, so bodies, court, power prices. Power prices is not as... Power prices are fine. Not sure I'm supposed to be back here, you know. Whoa! Okay, I guess we're going up then. That was mildly terrifying. I don't want to be responsible for blowing this place up. So we're going to leave. It might be wise to have a quick nap before we continue, but I think that tells us we need to add some more lighting to the shopping district. I mean, look, that's just pure danger. Quickly despawn all those folks. Right, well, it's a very cool building, just a little bit dangerous with that creeper dropping on me there. Luckily, we didn't cause any problems. Now, where's this speakeasy? And the arrow did point round this way. Speakeasy this way. Is it pointing this way? I'm so confused. Don't know where the speakeasy is. Now, I did eventually find the entrance to the speakeasy, but I think it's supposed to be a secret. So, yeah, let's skip to me being inside. Sneaky. Oh, Jesus, a little sewer. And that's just terrifying. Oh, that guy. There's no need for that guy. Oh, hello. What's going on in here? Don't tell anyone. Oh, he's selling dye next to the diomat as well. See why it's a sneaky shop. You can just buy dye instead of using the laundromat upstairs. Once again, some excellent design choices in here, Chosen. Loving all the clutter. Where's this ladder go? Oh, nowhere. Very cool. I like it. I like it. Anyway, that's enough exploring. Where are we going to build? It looks like the shopping area is actually filling up pretty quickly over here. It's looking pretty cool, and it's also looking pretty likely we're going to end up with a lot of sort of dead space around here. But we do also need to make sure we leave space for vehicles to be able to come in and do deliveries. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to have the space there, but I think what I'm going to do is maybe snatch up a bit of real estate over here. So let's quickly grab some blocks, and the best place to get them is probably just going to be from my dude over here. Oh, we sold a lot of cobbled deep slate. I did collect a bunch of diamonds from here the other day. There was over 100, and there's another 14 there already. The shop is doing well. Although thinking about it, I don't have this one set to auto restock yet. So yeah, maybe we'll get to that later today as well. But first, let's go claim some territory. Now the question is, do we want to go up right against Chosen's one here? Do we want to leave a bit of space? I'm thinking maybe we leave some space and then we can have a little road that goes between so you can get into this back area. I think what I want to actually do is claim quite a big area over here. Maybe put in like 3 or 4 shops. Not necessarily all today, but I think if we have a few shops that are near each other, it's going to make our deliveries easier. I reckon that'll be enough space. We'll have a corner shop, then we'll have maybe 2, 3 other shops along here. Plenty of space around the back for deliveries and drive-throughs, and space there for other people to build before we start going across the street and moving on. And I am strongly considering moving our power station a little bit, just so we can have more shops and stuff up here instead and get this away from spawn. But we'll worry about that in future. For now, I think we need to work out what we're going to build this out of. And our storage is no longer over there, which means it's quite far away back at our main base. So maybe we need to do some kind of storage solution as well, so we can actually transport stuff instead of just carrying shulkers around everywhere. And there's smarter people than me on the server that solved this in the first couple of episodes. Sadly, the smart people are not online right now, so what I'm going to do is go over to Chosen. So we're going to have a little look around. I don't know what he's been up to over here, but I know that he built a pretty cool little sort of portable storage vehicle. So let's go find what he's done to get some inspiration. And it's all going on over here. Look at this. Love this chocolate factory. And oh my, what is going on over here? There's been some massive expansions. Oh, okay, so this will be the concrete factory by the looks of it. And then cactus. Okay, that'll be the dye factory. Nice, I like it. But not what I'm looking for. Ah, there's a beacon over there. Let's go check in that direction. Look at all this. He's been so busy. Oh, there's another whole factory. Did I just see chickens? I mean, that's one way to get eggs, I guess. Oh, and shiny cakes as well. That's where he makes those. Okay. Still, not what I'm looking for. But I think it's safe to say what I'm looking for does not want to be found. We'll be getting no inspiration from that today. But basically, Chosen has a sort of vehicle. It's like a van or something. But it's also a self-contained portable storage unit. And it has a great big vault on it so that you can basically access all of your storage via a storage interface from Create 6. And yeah, I think I want something similar to that. He used to leave it parked here, but it's just not here. So no idea where that's gone. Either way, let's head back to our main base. We'll make our own one, and then we'll come back here and start building a shop. I was trying to get Chosen to sell his storage vans at one point, but, well, clearly he's too busy selling everything else he can possibly get his hands on, which is good for me because it means I don't have to craft stuff as often. Oh, and I've also made an upgrade over here. I've now got the workshop guy, and what I can do with him is send stuff directly to all the different places in the, in our new workshop. So if I want to smelt something or crush something, I can send it over there. And the storage that it all ends up in is also linked to our main storage now, only to send items out from. But I've made it a separate guy from this one here because if I forget to send the address, I don't want to send loads of vaults to a crusher, for example. But this way, I can always order stuff directly to me from Hank, and then I'll order stuff to get processed from the workshop guy. After Hank and Frank, I couldn't think of any more names that rhymed. Anyway, we're getting distracted. Let's make ourselves a portable storage vehicle type thing. What have you got, Hank? Oh no, after all that, my system doesn't work. Hank's address has also changed changed to smelter. That's not what was supposed to happen. Let's try something else. Can I link that stock link to there and put that there? Then we're going to move the workshop guy over here. So these are using different stock links. Give him his clipboard back. So now if I set this one to Mr. B crush, let's just crush some cobble just to see if it's going to work. Has it set Hank to crush? No, it hasn't. Right, so that's how we keep them separate. Right, so let's build a truck. And to be honest, I can probably build it in here. I guess it's going to be quite a big truck if it's going to have a giant vault on the back. So we'll start just getting a base in. Ideally, what I want to do is replace all of these middle ones here. Some slabs instead. And I didn't think about this, but these robots are going to be passing through this at the moment. Not the end of the world. They'll just clip straight through, but it's because I've just grabbed a load of stuff and it's now restocking from our other factory, which is good. It shows the system works, I guess. Right, so truck. Let's make it look like a normal truck at first. And then we'll work out how to adapt it to do what we want it to do. Do that. We'll use a couple of slopes again. Don't tell anyone. Get some slabs across the top there. Get some lights on the front. A lovely license plate. Beardy store. Then I guess we pretty much just want a vault, right? A great big vault. I feel like that's big enough. Any bigger might look a little bit weird, but I don't think I want to be able to see the vault. I'd like to hide it if I can. So if we were to cover the whole of the side of this, for example, and then we'll get a block to put in there, but it's a block that I don't have at the moment. I think I want to use some pillared azurine type stuff, you know, that shiny blue thing. So it's still kind of vault colored, but not just a vault. But we're going to have to go get some of that, and I think I know where some is. So something like that, basically, and then we can put all the control-y type stuff on the back here, somehow. But let's go get some azurine first. In fact, my elytra's nearly dead, so let's go heal that over in our workshop. Our XP shower appears to be empty. Sadness. I mean, I could buy XP from Chosen, but I've got some here, so let's just use that. Although, to be honest, I did think I'd run out over here. But then I suppose we do also have it over in our Redstone factory. We've just not transported that over here yet, so that's probably something we're going to need to do later, especially if we want to auto-restock this Redstone shop we're going to make today. But anyway, our wings are healed. Let's just dump all of our buildy stuff that we're using at the moment into here. Grab some rockets, have a quick nap, and go get some azurine. Now, if I remember correctly, it's off in this direction towards Foxy's base. And there's like a little one of these islands that's got a big chunk of azurine on it. That looks like it over there. Let's just grab a bunch of this. Well, that should be more than enough. Now, what I'm thinking is, if we turn this into pillars and add that on the sides, this should look like a cargo container on the back of a truck. Yeah, that's going to look cool. Just get some buttons on the wheels. Maybe mix a couple of these blocks up for some smooth red sandstone. We'll get some bars on here for wing mirrors. And now to work out the complicated bit, I guess. So this is where I want my interface to be. If we were to have a packager there with a barrel and a packager there and a chute, then anything that comes out of there will get packaged up, go down here, get unpackaged, and this will be my collection point. Means I need a stock link on this thing. I need an item hatch to put things in, quite like a crafting table and a stone cutter. That should leave enough space for a thing that I don't have, which is a stock ticker, and also a blaze burner, who's going to be our clerk. Can I name our clerk? Let's see if that sticks. If not, I've got a name tag. That might also work. Who knows? Oh, well, Barry's name isn't showing up. Is it possible to name tag a blaze burner? Let's find out. No, it is not. So that's a shame. We know you're called Barry. It's fine. Then I need a stock ticker. Link that to that and there. Then anything we put in the storage, we can now see in Barry. Excellent. Good job, Barry. This looks a bit bad, though, doesn't it? Let's be honest. So the question is, can I add some doors? Now, for the doors, I wonder, can we do something like that and maybe a bit wider, so maybe some copycat bites as well. Then on this side, the stock link's kind of in the way, but can we get away with just doing that? Yeah, I think we can. It just kind of looks like part of the door now, if you really use your imagination. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that works. Right, I just want to get a bit more detail on this, so I need... I don't know, do you want to put maybe some acacia signs or something across the front here? That could look quite cool, just to make the sides stick out a little bit. And I'd quite like to have maybe a portable storage interface on this thing as well. If we put that in there, then it means we can have somewhere for this thing to park up when it's over here, just to load everything back into storage. And that could work. I don't have any acacia. This is a problem. Thankfully, one that's easily solved with a nap It's dark again. It's always dark. And a quick bit of lumberjacking. And let's just jam these on the side. Yeah, that looks cool. All right, well, I guess that's our storage contraption complete. I just need to glue it all together. And I guess we're going to need to put a minecart contraption space under here. That way we can pick it up and move it around. So I need to be careful with my gluing to make sure that I don't actually glue that space at the back. All right, I think I've got everything. I've managed to leave this space here completely blank, so this shouldn't get stuck to it all. Let's see if this works. Oh, almost. We missed a bit of the front there. Just quickly glue those bits on. And yep, look at that. Everything picked up. So I'm going to call this contraption storage van so I don't lose it. And now let's think about what I want to put in it in order to be able to build these shops. My van is loaded up with loads of stuff we'll need and probably a bunch of stuff we won't. But now we can go to the shopping district and start to build. So let's head off and build ourselves our redstone shop. So if we just park our van here, and looking at this, one thing we should probably think about doing is rerouting this power, because it's going right through the front of some people's buildings, such as Eggs and Chosen over here, and it's going to be cutting right in front of mine as well. So yeah, once we've built this row up, we'll just sort of move that up and maybe go across the top of the buildings. I think that could work, but let's worry about that later. For now, let's start marking out this first building, and I think I'm going to pretty much be using tuff, maybe acacia, bit of granite, and some windows. Let's see how we go. Maybe something about that size. We'll build up the frame with acacia to begin with. Thinking maybe a door in the middle on this one, windows either side. It does occur to me, one thing I didn't bring with me that I'm probably going to want is my jetpack. Jetpack acquired, that should make things a little bit easier for us. Now, how about we overhang the top by a little bit? I'm just going to work on the facade a bit here first, because I think what I want to do around the back here is not have it acacia. I think I want it to be sort of granite maybe going all the way around. So just be this front bit that has the pop of acacia, maybe mangrove on top. That could look cool. I think I want to add a little bit more structure to this. Can we maybe stick some pillars out the front? What do we use for the pillars? It's probably going to be girders, isn't it? Let's have a look. It's always girders. Maybe some chutes at the top here. Okay, yeah, that works. Let's get some windows in. And I think I want to use some tablecloths as awnings, and I did bring a bunch of them with me, but they're not the color I want them. Now the question is, what's going to be cheaper? I reckon the laundromat is going to be cheaper for me to dye these, because here I can do a whole stack for 1 diamond, whereas down there I think it's 1 diamond for 16 dye in that sneaky speakeasy, which is great for dyeing things like glass and terracotta, but because I've already got these made up, I think it makes more sense just to put them where I want them, pay 1 diamond and get what I need. So if we put the awning up on these bits, that looks cool. Maybe we can put a sign on that. I just want an acacia stair to put in that bit. I'm not sure I like that space up there. Can we maybe put some shafts in? Just something like that. If I do this and get a gear, that might look quite nice, just sitting in the top there. I reckon that's looking pretty good. But I think I'm going to mix in a little bit of the acacia plank as well, just to mix up the front of the building a bit. Yeah, that's better. It looks a little bit more grimy. Just need a door, and I've got an idea for that. Get one of these copycat folding doors and match the glass we've already got in the windows. So like that. Nice. So that's the bottom bit looking good, but before we get to the upper level, I should probably finish off the ground level here. So we're going to mark out a nice big foundation. What do we want to do for the floor in here? Let's go with some jungle planks, I think. That'll do. Now let's get some granite walls in. So that's our sides on. Now to work on the upper floor. I'm just going to start with mangrove for that, I think. Maybe something about that tall. And we can probably get 2 rows of windows in. So if we were to do a window there, maybe a 3 there and a 2 there, I reckon that'll work. I just want to lower this down a little bit. Yeah, I think about that size should do fine. What I want to do is make a few copycat bits and bobs, such as panels, a few slices, and some slabs. Because what I want to do is actually make this bit pop out. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm thinking it might be quite cool if we had like planks every now and then, just to sort of wrap the building. That chain is getting really annoying. We'll move it soon, but you know what? I think that works quite well. Now for the windows on this one, we're going to try something different. Instead of using weathered glass all the time, we're going to go for some nice big spruce windows. Yeah, they don't look too bad, but I think what we need is some window sills, and that's what we're going to use the slices for here, with some tablecloth cloths over the top for awning. Yeah, that's coming together nicely. When we can't see through the building, it will look even better. I do want to get a bit of texture in the mangrove though, and that's why I've got some netherrack. I don't want to use too much of this. I just want a couple of patches here and there. We'll get a couple more planks in on some of these central columns as well. Yep, not looking too bad. Then we'll finish it off at the top here with some industrial iron and some copycat steps. Oh, I should probably mix in a bit of weathered iron with these as well. I reckon that's looking pretty good. But power, that's going to be a problem. We do want to route the power up and over the buildings. So I'm thinking if I was to remove that block and that, put a chute in with a couple of girders, and then we'll just do another one of those bracket thingies that we normally do for holding the chain drives. Just like that. Then, yeah, we'll be able to connect that over. I mean, it's probably going to string across another building first, but either way, we'll be able to connect that over and then just run it across the top of the buildings. We might just have to speak to Chosen and Eggs about adding one of these or something similar to their buildings as well. But I'm sure they won't mind. It's for the good of Beardy Power, and they both use it. So, with the front of the building done, I guess it's time to sort out the back and sides, which means I'm going to need all my red stuff again, and I'll see you in a moment. Short while later, and I think we're done with our redstone shop. It's looking pretty good. I've also made a start on the alleyway here. We'll probably add a few more detaily bits as we go on. But for now, I've just stuck some stuff to the side. And from the front, I think that's looking pretty good as well. Power thing, however, does look a little bit odd at the moment. So I think what I might actually do is focus on getting another couple of buildings in here. No idea what I'm going to do with them yet. We'll just basically turn them into shops in future. I should probably sleep. I do have a couple of ideas on other things I want to sell. So I'm thinking grab the space now, because it's all going to go very soon, and that gives us some shops and factories and things that we'll focus on in the next few episodes. So with that in mind, we'll sort out the stock for this shop later and work out how we're going to do the interior and all that stuff. Although I have been good and actually put in proper floors this time. We've even got stairs that go up to the next floor and stairs that go up to the third floor as well. Although it is doubtful that we'll end up needing all 3 floors. But anyway, I think I'm going to apply a similar process to the next couple of buildings that I did to this one. Just build up a bit of a facade and then sort out the back afterwards. Hopefully when I bring you back in, we'll have 2 or 3 more buildings, and ideally right the way down to the corner over here. I just fancy chilling out for a few hours and building a few more shops. I really enjoyed doing that one, and it means you get to enjoy a nice time lapse. Oh, jeez, I hear Foxy. Foxy?
Mr. Beardstone, where are you?
I hear you. I'm inside one of my buildings. One sec.
Oh, yeah, but I don't know which one's yours. The one with the vans? Oh, there you are. Hello, sir.
These are all mine, sir.
All yours, right, okay. No space for a very late Foxy Hotel in this shopping area, I see. Well, that's...
You've built a whole dock for shops.
Yeah, but... Oh, okay.
Plus, I think I'm going to have to move the power station just to make more room for shops at this rate.
Fair enough.
Yeah, what's up?
I am in desperate need of tuff. I have run out again. You have, I believe, I'm guessing, around about 65,000 of it in your base, but there's none at your shop.
Right.
I have many diamonds to spend. I need it.
Okay. I can sort that out for you. Give me a sec. Let me just quickly dump all this back in storage. Right, yeah, let's go. This way.
Well, where are we going? Your base?
I think that's probably going to be the best thing to do, because then I can just get it straight out of the factory for you, and then if there is any left over, I can restock the shop. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okie dokie.
Yeah. Whee!
I'm assuming I'm going to get bulk discounts, considering I've literally already bought all of your shops out today.
How much is it normally? Like a diamond for 2 stacks?
No, it's cheaper than that. It's cheaper than that. Yes, I was getting a shulker for a diamond, I think.
Well, I was going to offer you a discount, but you're just being cheeky. I will do a shulker for 10 diamonds, so you're getting like 7 stacks free in every shulker.
That sounds good? Nice. Yeah.
No, you've got to do this manually, sir.
Oh my goodness.
I'll start ordering it in now.
Oh, I can't believe it. 9 shulker boxes for a diamond. That's very generous of you, Mr. Beast.
That'll be 90 diamonds, I think you'll...
Huh?
90 diamonds.
No. I
9
think
0.
Your maths appears to be off, Mr. Beardstone.
10 diamonds a shulker, 9 shulkers. That's 90 diamonds, Foxy. Yeah.
9 diamonds, yeah.
90 diamonds, which might be able to afford me 1 tree from Stam's shop.
1 tree.
To be fair, he has changed it now. You just have to buy the schematic once. So,
I got one for my birthday, and I was allowed to choose whichever one I want.
Oh, did you get the biggest one?
Yeah. I got the big oak tree, so I don't need any more. There you go. It's 90 diamonds, sir.
Are you filled up yet?
Filled up? I haven't done anything yet. I'm too busy getting your money out. I thought you were doing that. I do not get a delivery with this.
I guess I better restock my shop then.
Yeah, that would be advisable. I don't think I'm going to run out again. I'm literally on the last bit. And I probably only need like 9 more stacks or something, but I hate running
9
out. 9
shulkers, 9 stacks. I can see the confusion with the diamond pricing, Foxy.
No, it's not what I mean. It's always good to have it in stock, right? Because you always Tuff's just very valuable. And then
it is. It's making me very rich.
You know, when I've got my own Tuff shop, it'd be even better.
Oh.
Bye. Thank you.
Did he just say he's going to open a Tuff shop?
Which way's my house?
Oh, right. That way.
That way. Okay.
Yeah, that way. That general direction.
If you could just put a big sign on one of your fields saying, Foxy, it's this way, like a big arrow on the floor, that'd be very helpful.
You'll be fine, Foxy. I believe in you. Don't get lost.
Bye.
Well, this will slowly get itself refilled. That's not a problem. Tell you what, selling Tuff is easy money. But in other news, Foxy interrupted just as I was getting to the end of this row of shops. Look at this. I think it looks absolutely awesome. I love how it's come together. But currently, we've still got some floors to put in. This building here has no floors. This building here does have floors, and I decided just to make it a garage, just to sort of mix up the front here so it wasn't just shop after shop. I mean, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this building besides just leave a vehicle parked in it, but it looks pretty cool, and it breaks up the row nicely. Got this giant shop on the corner here, which once again doesn't have any floors yet, but I think that works really nicely as well. Could do with some flowers in the flower boxes and a few other detail-y bits. And round the back here, yeah, we've got a lot of work to do round the back. We need to get some ladders and stuff on, some general detail-y bits and bobs, some fire escapes. But for the most part, I'm very pleased with how this has come out. We've even got space for signs for the shops. I think I know what shop I'm going to put there, but I'm not going to reveal that just yet. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this place, but it is very cute. I like that one. I think it might actually be my favorite one. And this, of course, is going to be the Redstone shop. And I think it's about time we maybe make progress on that, which means I need to work out an interior. And we've got so much space in here. The thing is, beside actual redstone itself, we don't actually have any redstone things to sell. I mean, we could manually make loads of stuff and then sell them with a view to eventually automating it. But I think for the most part, it's not actually redstone components people need. I think it is literally just the redstone, because it goes into a whole lot of create components that I'm not going to be selling. What this does tell me, though, is we have a very, very big shop just to only sell one item. So we'll probably sell dust, we'll sell blocks, and maybe even shulkers. We can sort of sell it in bulk potentially. That does leave us a lot of space to play around with here just to make a cool looking shop. And what I might actually do is sort of cut off this back bit and have this as the storeroom, and then I haven't got to fill quite so much space. Let's see how we get on. Oh, and by the way, this truck, absolutely loving it. I've only had to go back to base once, I think, to get something I'd forgotten, which was the ocrum for the building on the end there. I say forgotten, it's just a block I wanted to use that didn't actually have in my storage at the time. Oh, and I've also moved the power up as well, you may notice. That's now going across the top of my buildings here, and I'm hoping Chosen's going to let me do the same to the corner of his building, the eggs as well, and then we can just tidy up this whole power pole situation over here, because that looks silly. Anyway, let's work out this interior. And a short while later, I think I'm just about done on the interior. At least the ground floor. The top 2 floors are empty, but we'll ignore those. As we go in, straight away, we'll have our redstone buying table. I've not stocked it yet, which is why this isn't set up correctly, but it will be. And I've decided I'm literally just going to sell redstone dust as it is. That way people can just buy exactly what they want, and I don't have to worry about making blocks. So I've just filled up the rest of the room with a whole bunch of clutter, really. We've got some redstone-y bits, some not redstone, but whatever. It's like redstone gone off, I guess. Similar in this corner over here, we've got a little vat that's got some red dye in it, which I thought looked a bit like liquid redstone. Once again, doesn't go anywhere or do anything, but looks pretty cool. We've got this shelf of stuff for no reason, but this does mean that if I ever do decide to sell actual redstone components, I do have space to put them. We've got our store clerk here, which is currently a cow, and out the back here, this is where we're going to be storing everything. It will then get ejected, and it will go along these item drains, and then it will go into a barrel, and then out of these item drains, and collection point is over here. But overall, I'm very pleased with how this has come out. We just need to jump into Photoshop and make some kind of a logo for it. And then we need to sort out actually stocking it. And instead of doing it manually, I think we're going to try and use our truck that we've got over there and see if we can set up the system. Because currently we're not even taking it from the factory to our storage. We're going to need a new vehicle over there for that. But then we can just load it onto the train, send it over to that warehouse over there, and then get it automatically delivered round here to our shop. But that does mean we no longer need this for now. So let's grab that, go make ourselves a sign, and then we'll work out actually stocking this place. There we go. Now we have a shop sign. Mr. Redstone's. Stone that's red. Can't really go wrong with that. Apart from the fact we currently have no stock. So I think that's next on our list. And we're going to dive straight in and get this auto restocking, I think. Which means I should probably put in a post box before I go. Don't have one in here, but can I make one? Most certainly can. Excellent. I figure I might as well make a few to stash in there. Alrighty. So if we go in the back here, put a packager there and a post box there. We'll call this Mr. RS for Mr. Redstone. Oh, and in fact, we're going to want a wild card before that. And I want a funnel there and an input funnel there. And then we're going to need some factory gauges, which I didn't bring with me, I know for a fact. So we're going to have to go back and get some of those. Or not. I can actually craft them here. Excellent. What I need to do is link one of these to that. And the other one, I'd need to link to my main storage network all the way back at my base. Before I could get back, however, Chosen was having some issues picking up his drill. So I went to help.
I don't want it pointed that way. No, no, no. No. It's not in the thing and I can't pick it up. Oh God. I just can't pick it up and I don't know why. But yeah, you can't pick this up too, right?
No, I can't.
Go down
no,
here.
It says it's too big. Yeah, no idea what was going on there, but I was no help whatsoever. Anyway, while I had Chosen, I then asked him about power poles. These power things. I've built some new shops and I've stuck the power cables on top.
Oh, you changed the power. Yeah.
Do you mind if I just stick something out the side of your building as well to move the power? Because it was running right across of the front of all of our shops and it looked terrible. So I thought raising it over the roofs might look a bit better.
Yeah, I mean that could work. It'll reach long enough, right? If you put it like in the middle of the buildings to split the buildings.
Yeah, I can put it in the middle of the buildings.
Yeah, that could work.
And then from there, I'm hoping when I manage to catch eggs that I'll be able to move this one as well, because this one literally goes through his building. So yeah, slight distraction there. Chosen was having some trouble with his drill. We can't seem to pick up large contraptions. Those skeletons literally were not there just a second ago. That was like something from a horror film. Anyway, we were heading back to base because I need to set up this gauge and sort out my redstone deliveries. So we'll link this to our main storage, grab a bit of redstone while we're here. And as we know, these gauges do have infinite range, so if I put that there, we should see exactly how much redstone we've got in storage. Bearing in mind, I haven't set up to import it from the factory yet. I know we've got at least 15,000 over there. What we'll do is have a new connection to that one. Now, we need to put an address in here, and I cannot remember the chain of letters and numbers that we use to get stuff over to the shopping district, so we're going to go back to our other shop and grab it from there. So if we copy this address, put that address in here, but set this to Mr. RS, I believe it was. Yep, Mr. RS. And then when we set a target amount, it will then start importing it all. But I'm not going to do that just yet because we've not set up the rest of the network. I don't want to cause myself problems. So next up, what we're going to need to do is sort out delivery to this area. And we don't know what's going to be getting built around here. But by the looks of it, we already have a loop going around the outside. So maybe for now, I'll just have it pull up out the front and then drop off. That should be close enough. I think it links like 32 or something, which does mean I'm going to need to get myself a train station, however. So in this area, we drive on the right-hand side of the road. So let's put a station here called Mr. Redstone's. Now we just need to swap out the post box in our shop with this one that we've now linked. And so far, so good. We've got the range. Do we have the range to where we need it? It looks like we do. Let's remove this one, put in our linked one, give it the same address. Now when we do this, so for now we just say we want 10 stacks in storage. That should now send a request all the way back to our factory, or back to our main storage, I should say. And we shouldn't need to do anything else. That should now get picked up by our freight train, delivered to the warehouse over here. Then our car should pick it up, take it all the way around, and then go park up again. Although, what's going on here? Where's the rest of my train? What? What's happened to my train? Where you gone, buddy? I think I'm gonna go fly to the other end and see if I can locate my missing carriages. That's weird. They've been left behind over here. Doesn't look like it. What is going on? Oh, there we go. That's probably our redstone getting sent off. Yeah, it is. Look, see, this guy's going off to deliver the packages over here. Loads of them. Sadly, if the freight train's missing its carriages, it's probably not gonna pick anything up. Let's go see if we can find them anywhere. What? they're there now. What in the world? I'm so confused. Well, the good news is I don't have to rebuild my train. The bad news is there's something spooky going on.
Oh, yeah, pretty spooky.
But I'm just going to hang out on the train for a bit, watch everything get loaded up over here. Oh, I'm going crazy. Don't kill me, train. Look at that. This is all our redstone getting loaded up. And I assume this is going to make it all the way to the other end. So let's cut to the truck pulling in front of the shop. Although first, maybe we should actually make sure our entire train's going to turn up. Well, good news. I can confirm the entire train has turned up. And there goes all our packages. Let's just hope the car down there does its job. Now let's cut to the truck pulling up in front of the shop because it takes ages for those packages to actually get through that warehouse. Uh-oh, my storage truck's going to be in the way. Get rid of it. Here it comes. And it seems to have offloaded. This is good. And now moves on its way. Now we should at least have a little bit of stock. If we go to this guy, no. Packages have emptied and have not gone in there. And where did they go? Where did all my redstone go, buddy? I am very, very confused. Did it actually come off of the truck? I mean, it must have done. Otherwise, the truck wouldn't have stopped, right? So there's my truck. It's definitely got parcels on it. Just to check the address on these. It is redstone dust. 1 redstone dust. Oh, no. I think I've made a grave mistake here. Yep, I need to set this to 64 at a time. Otherwise, yeah, it's literally offloading 1 redstone dust at a time, which is why we only had 5 in there, and now we're only going to have 10. Well, hopefully that'll speed up now, but at least we know it works.
Hello.
Hello, Eggs.
Y'all are way too quick with these.
What do you mean?
And I was here yesterday. They weren't up yesterday.
Oh, no. There were no buildings yesterday. I've been building these, well, since yesterday. Actually, while I've got you, Eggs, quick question.
Yes.
How do you feel about the power cables running through the middle of your news office facade? Are they upsetting you? They're upsetting me.
They're running through the outermost wall bit of my news office.
Yes, it's very upsetting.
I don't see them on the inside.
Yeah, but I can see them from out here, and it's I don't like it. I do like this, by the way. Benedict's Publishing Co. It took me a minute, and then I remembered your name's Eggs. Eggs Benedict. Brilliant. Pure genius.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, gotta get the egg buns in there.
What I suggest, I've actually just had a chat with Chosen. We're going to be removing this, and we're going to move it up onto his roof, a bit like the ones over here. Would you mind if I did similar on yours and just kind of stuck something to the side, just to get it out of the way so it doesn't run through the front
sure.
of your building?
You can honestly plant it on. You got the sticky ID bit.
Yeah, I was thinking just the top right corner of that. Yeah.
Yeah, just stick it on top of there.
Fantastic. I mean, that's pretty much what I was going to do. I just didn't want to do it without asking because that's rude.
Just make sure that the sign is not obstructed.
The sign will not be obstructed. Don't you worry.
Don't
you worry. Eggs Benedict for everyone. Cool. You're awesome. See you later, Eggs.
Bye.
Right, so good news. Our train is definitely delivering things now. We just saw loads of parcels come in, and also Eggs and Chosen have both agreed to have the power stuff moved, so I'll do that very shortly. But first, there's one last thing we need to do to fully automate this restocking, and that is to link our factory up to our main storage. And since the factory episode went out, I have made a minor adjustment. Oh, it's full. Yeah, 15,000. Excellent. What I am doing is compacting down the experience, turning those into blocks of experience, just so they're going to be easier to transport. But yeah, besides that, I've done nothing. So I'm going to need to install some more rail underneath so that a car can come in here, pick stuff up, and then drive off again. But I can't use the one we've already got because I have to kind of get into reverse into stations and so on. So it's not really going to work like it does over at the shopping district, which means I need a new vehicle for this one. And I think we're going to do a smaller version of what we've just built for our storage van, like a little box truck type thing this time. And then we'll get him doing the rounds and shipping all of the redstone over to main storage. Oh, that is so satisfying seeing a train fill up with boxes though. It's just a shame they've all only got 1 redstone dust in it. Oh, geez. I wonder how many we've got in our backlog. It doesn't look too bad. There's only a few hanging around up here. But it does mean this vault is full. The post box down there is full. The frog is full. He is full. Everything's full. But it's fine. They'll gradually go. Right, what am I doing? Ah, yes. Building a truck. So I've got a truck in. I've got a lot of holes in my ground, so I'm going to sort that out. But it is now a train. Just need to hook up all the track. What I'm actually going to do is just quickly move this train out the way. Put in the rail over here, so that will go left. And we'll just do the right side as well, just in case it needs to loop. And we're going to get a whole bunch of signals down because we only want vehicles going that way. We want this junction to be safe. So let's Let's sort this out. We'll do the same as normal. We'll have all of the entrance junctions will be brass, so a vehicle will only enter if it can also exit. The exit ones would just be normal. That one needs to be brass. And I think that's everything. Let's quickly patch up the ground here. So this truck can now do a loop that goes all the way round. It will be able to drop off at the same depot as the other one and come back. But I do still need to sort out a couple of safety things, because that junction over there that goes across the rail doesn't have any crossing signals, which means currently the vehicles can drive straight through the trains, and that's going to do bad things to my drivers. So we're going to grab some redstone links and do some magic with signals down here. Now the first thing I want to do is a test. Do I have to use comparators to read this signal, or can I just stick a redstone link directly on it? That's my first question. I'm fairly sure that I do need a comparator, but if this works, it's going to look a lot cleaner up here. Just need to wait for a train. In fact, there's an easy way to check. I've got a signal over here with a train here. So that does, no matter what side I put that on, that does not read off of it. Dang it, that means I am going to need a comparator, which means this is going to get a little bit more messy. So on this side, it's not going to be quite so bad, because I can literally put a signal there, and I can hide the box underground. So if we do a comparator and a redstone link, we'll put in a frequency for that later. We need another one here, which does not need to be linked up. It just needs to register when the train has got out of the way. That one's easy. But it's this signal here that I need to put a comparator on, and yeah, I'm not happy about that. Can I put two signals on the same spot? Am I going to break things? I mean, it seems to be working. Let's give it a go. So if we put a slab and a train signal there. Actually, this is all probably going to want to be a little bit further back, because doing it this close isn't going to leave time for the cars to not drive directly through it all and have a really bad time. So I'm going to remove this signal here, and I'm going to put this much further back. So if we do it here, then when the train passes through this point, it will stop letting cars go across, and I think that's going to be a lot safer. Then we'll put one in there with a redstone signal. Then we're going to put another one here. As long as I set that to brass, it shouldn't mess with these signals too much, because the trains are quite long. We're going to put the same signal in it, and then we need a third one just past this turn, so there. And now what we can do is on this junction here, which will basically stop vehicles here if the barrier is shut. Also on this one here, we'll set that to receive, same signal. That will stop cars entering the junction this way, and that's where the rail goes. So we'll also put one on here, and there's currently a train going through, so all the signals are lighting up. This is good. And when that train clears, the signal goes off, the cars will carry on going through. Excellent. That's all we needed to do, just to make sure things don't crash. Now, the last thing we need is a post box and a sort of collection system type thing going on over here. And because I want this truck to be doing loops and going around, I don't think I'm going to have it reverse into the bays or anything like that. I think I'm just going to have it sort of stop in the front here and then carry on its journey, and actually park it over there permanently in that car park that's opposite the warehouse. That way I can use this same truck for other deliveries in future, and we don't end up with a truck for every single factory. Thinking about the long term here. All right, so I need to link up a post box. Let's chuck a station in down here first. Call this Mr. B Redstone, though in theory the name shouldn't really matter in this instance. Then we're going to link a post box up to that. Put it here maybe. We're going to call that RSF for Redstone Factory with a wild card, and I want to link up both of these two. So that's our XP and our redstone. I reckon just a cheeky little belt down here is probably going to be the easiest way. Maybe to like here. Then we'll bring this up to that level. Run that all the way along, and then have chutes feeding into that. Easy. Just got to get some power to it. So we'll do double chain drive there and there. Same in there and there. And the power is, oh, it's right there. So if we just stick a chain drive in there and there, then we're going to be able to steal the power without messing it up. Then is that going to go the right way? It is. We need a funnel there, and then we need some stock links, but I don't have any of those on me or in my portable van. So if I put one of them there and link it to that one, and link up 2 factory gauges, then come all the way back here up to my gauge wall over this side. Set that one to redstone dust, that one to blocks of experience. We can see exactly what we've got going on over there. And we need 2 more gauges linked to this one, here and here. Set those once again to the same thing. And what we need to do is set the addresses here. So this is actually going to be RSF. Nope, in caps. That one's going to be RSF. Then we link that to that. Set the amount to 10 stacks. First thing I want to make sure, yep, cool. This guy, not doing anything. This is good. So what I want to do is give that van somewhere to park, and I want that to be over here, which means we need more rail. So for now, we'll just park this van over here. We've got our little loop in. Just need to add some signals so that we can have both vans going around at the same time if needed. So I reckon that should just about do it. Let's make a train schedule. So it's going to retrieve any package that starts currently with RSF. We'll need to adjust this in future as we have other factories, but that's fine for now. Then we want it to deliver package. That should bring it over to the warehouse. Oh, actually, no, one moment. We need to send it to the warehouse bay reverse. Question is, which bay is which? So we want this to be bay 2, not bay 1. Then we want it to deliver package, then return to Mr. B, van park 1. So that should just about do it. So let's get myself a driver here. In fact, a pillager's not really going to work because to get this driver into the seat, I'm going to need a lead. And I cannot put a lead on this guy. Let's put you back in there. Grab a lead and go find ourselves another driver. Now, is there anything lurking in the forest over here? Doesn't appear so. Anything would do. Just, chicken or a sheep? Yep, you'll do. You're getting a job, sir. So let's lower the speed of the truck first. We don't want him racing around. Give him a schedule. He should just go park up for now. And look at this. We've got all these packages raring to go, which should mean as soon as he parks up, he actually sets off again. So park up, then realize there's a package you need to go get, sir. Yep, there we go. Oh, no, where's he going? Yeah, I don't think that was the proper route, buddy. Definitely a connection for him to go that way. So why did you go that way? Let's spin him round. Got him set to retrieve package. So go do that, please, sir. Right, let's see if this works. Pulls up here. No. Why didn't you stop there? Right, well, I guess I'm going to be fiddling around with this for a while. I'll bring you back in once it's working. Wait a minute. I think I found the problem. Yep, there we go. They weren't actually feeding into the post box because I once again named the post box. I'm not supposed to do that. So now, if I just spin this guy around over here, then give him his schedule again, this time, he should do what we want. Hopefully, maybe. So we'll pull in here and he should collect a whole bunch of packages. I mean, he did stop briefly and it looks like he's full of packages if we look at the top there. So that's the one thing about a box van like this. You can't actually see the packages on it. Maybe we'll change up the design in future so we can actually see them. We can do like a smaller version of what we did on the train carriage maybe. So it can carry lots of parcels, but it looks different to the one we've already got. But he should now pull up here, then reverse into that bay. Excellent. And drop off all your parcels. Yep, they're all dropped off, which sets off these guys. And then once that redstone's in here, the shop's going to go, hey, I need that. And then it's going to request it and take it as well. This is good. Just got to wait for these guys to fill it all up into storage. And in the meantime, our van is still going around and getting more. Good. The system works. Now, the last thing I need to do is just tweak a couple of numbers here. So, to be honest, I think 10 stacks of each over here is probably going to be enough. But I need to make sure the shop is requesting a whole lot more redstone. So, we want this to be holding maybe like 100 stacks. We want a whole lot of redstone over here. And the good news is now we've actually got a decent amount of redstone over here. I can set the price. Well, I could do with a diamond. What? Next scheduled destination could not be found. But you just did a whole lap on your own. Let's go see what's going on. Jeez. So there's still plenty of packages being sent over. Why are you sitting there again? Where are you trying to go? Mr. B, Van Park 1. You should only be doing that after you've delivered a package. Ah, I think I know the problem. It can't currently get from this bay back into the car park. That should do it. Now my driver's gone missing. Why's my driver gone missing? Who killed my sheep? Which one of you was it? What have you got against my sheep? Huh? Unbelievable. Swear it doesn't seem to matter what driver I use. They always go missing unless it's a chicken. I guess I'm gonna go get myself another chicken. You are an overexcited spider. Stop it. Right, let's go find a chicken. Oh, there's one. Right, now hopefully that thing will just do its route and not have any problems. Now I just need to head back to town, set my prices, and I think we're gonna be done. So let's just set the price. Diamond a stack. We'll see how that goes. Look, redstone's a pain to automate, okay? I'm sure we'll make a nice profit from this. But before we call it a day, there's one more thing we need to do, and that is sort out the electricity pylon things. I need to get these moved. So for eggs is 1, we're going to move it to here. My driver's gone missing again. Why? Well, I think I'm going to be swapping out my drivers for blaze burners at this rate. At least they're more reliable. Right, well, the power's sorted. Stuff's mostly getting delivered. I'm just going to have to swap out those drivers. But apart from that, I think we're pretty much done for today. I'd say we've made some pretty good progress. I really like this shop. And to be honest, I quite like the whole row. And I look forward to actually getting some shops in these ones as well. So if you've got any ideas on what you think I should sell, please do let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what factories and shops and things we should make next. But sadly, that is all we've got time for today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye now.